My name is Jason Clark, and I'm a father, a mentor, a consultant, and the executive director of Northwest Credible Messenger. As an organization, our goals are to build capacity for credible messenger organizations and leaders, and seek true transformative change through policy advocacy, and uplift the next generation of Black and Brown leaders through positive youth justice. We do our best to build capacity for credible messengers to be as impactful as possible. We're one of the few organizations in the nation that does this body of work. There's a million credible messengers out there. Some just never get the microphone. Our goal is to transform that. There are many credible messenger leaders and organizations in the state of Washington, and guess what? We train them all. There's power of the credible messenger process being utilized for gang intervention. We're using a national model to fidelity. It's been evaluated and vetted to be a promising practice. This stuff works when you're trained to utilize it correctly. Credible messenger is more than just impacted leaders. It's a model, a process. It's a concept that's building a connected community of leaders operating within the same model internationally, training and having the ability to access the same resources for their young people. This is bigger than each and every one of us. We've got GBHU in Bremerton.
My name is Monk Tupai. I'm 22 years old, born and raised out of Bremerton, Washington. I'm a brother, I'm a son, I'm a credible messenger, and I'm the executive director of GBHU, God's Broken Home University.
We've got Take All in Spokane.
My name is Marlon Pratt. I'm a facilitator, mentor, and a program manager for a Take All Foundation through Credible Messengers.
We've got Adelante in Yakima.
Hello, my name is Javier Alvarez, coming at you from Sunnyside, Washington. 19 years ago, I was able to walk away from the lifestyle of gangs, drugs, and everything that comes alongside that.
Traditionally, intervention efforts have been siloed and misaligned, specific to the approach and connection. We're trying to rebuild the village as the foundation of our intervention through a credible messenger. So we focus on how to move together, how to train together, and how to utilize the strengths of each and every one of the partners to build the success of our work, our network, our young people, as Northwest Credible Messenger, and under the umbrella of our national partners at CM3.
Yeah, I think, at the end of the day, I think credible messenger work, the movement, is essentially a capacity building effort. I mean, that's what it is. The investment in credible messenger work, the investment in people who have dedicated their lives to this work is all about shifting reliance and capacity and resource from government justice agencies and shifting it to its rightful place, which is the village, right? The village that it takes to raise our children.
Well, thank you, Jay and CM, Northwest, for the great work they've been doing alongside me and Mr. Clinton. My name, of course, is Antonio Fernandez. I'm the CEO and the founder of Grow Up, Grow Out. Grow Up, Grow Out, it has the belief that oppression leads to aggression, which leads to violence. Oppression leads to aggression, leads to hopelessness. We know it don't start because you're Puerto Rican, you're Black. It starts with the basis of oppression. Then how do we resolve this, right? How do we deal with this oppression in our neighborhoods? How do we deal with a justice system that's broken? In the early 90s, 80s, I joined a power group called the Latin Kings in New York. I became the leader in 95. And they were very oppressive against their community. And we were screaming all this proud noise but we were very much duplicating the people we hated. So then I said, how do I save my whole gang, not one member? How do I keep our unity and get rid of the stinking thinking? So then I started convincing them that if we replace extortion with education, we replace murder with opportunity, we replace drug dealing with hope dealing. And I made them believe that if we follow my process, we will win the community back, which is the front line of defense against a corrupt justice system when it comes for its kids.
As ambassadors of the national movement, we operate at a fidelity to the model, focus on building the acumen of new and emerging leadership, and are strategic on the way that we operate like a family. The impacts we're seeing are making transformative changes in various regions of Washington state. The most impactful thing we believe this state can do is think outside the box on funding new and emerging programs and investing in their capacity to be effective power group interventions. I want to share some feedback from our recently trained credible messengers.
Not only is my team like developing themselves just personally as people, I feel like they're most definitely developing as a family. And it's real good to see that, these kids have found comfort in belonging somewhere other than the traditional places, gangs, the streets, doing whatever out there. But for me to sit here and try to speak to a specific group of people, I feel like would be kind of out. You just got to have a basic understanding of what the target population looks like.
So because of Jason, the Northwest Credible Messenger, and witnessing what King Tone is doing there, and other connections that I was able to meet in the Northwest Credible Messenger training, I felt like, I can also do that. I can expand my thinking. I don't just have to work for the city of Sunnyside and be limited to my approach. So because of that, we have started now, my wife and I, a nonprofit called Adelante. And our goal is to help other credible messengers do the work, to be able to do more than what I am doing now, to be able to do wraparound services, to be able to do the prevention work, the intervention work, whether it's in the schools or whether it's in the prisons. And so I am excited for what the future has for us. I'm excited for this connection, for this new family. I know that I'm not doing this work alone, but there's brothers and sisters that are doing it alongside with me throughout the country.
That impact is to be open to change, I would say. That's the only way you could, you can't come from Washington State, per se, and go to Los Angeles, California with the same capacity building. So you would have to be open-minded to change to where you can build a capacity anywhere you go. And that's a technique that Northwest Credible Messengers gave me, is about, that capacity building, is building that capacity and being open-minded to learn new things. And that's one of the things that, that's very impactful to our community.
Pablo Picasso said the meaning in life is to find your gift, and the purpose in life is to give it away. Throughout my career, I've seen brothers and sisters invited to the table, burnt out and recycled, and no one seemingly thinking about their professional development and future. It's been a long-time goal of mine to be able to impact this reality and provide services and support to those credible messengers, leaders, and community organizations who support our young people, families, and communities.